Hello, everyone. My name is Tawana Russell Craig, and I want to welcome you to my Pivot with Purpose podcast. I missed you guys last week. I didn't come on. There was just so much going on, and that's pretty much what's going to be the topic of my episode today, which is rest. And for those of you who do not know, I am a transformational speaker and a transformational coach. And so if you don't and you haven't listened to me before and you want to stay up on what's happening, go ahead and subscribe to the podcast. Click that notification bell so that you'll know when the new episodes come on. I try to be on here every Sunday so that you can get the good juice, right? And I talk about my journey in transformation. Simple as that. It's just my journey of transformation and where I kind of started from and how God is taking me through into this new chapter of my life. But I also always like to start with have a super terrific, amazing day on purpose, because I will be watching, because I support those who believe they could but struggle with if they should, and the transformation will be televised. Okay, let's get into this. So here's the thing. Last week I was tired. Hopefully some of you guys can relate to that. And I was going to come on, but I just really didn't think it was going to be my best episode, or it was going to be best for everyone, and for me, if I were to just come on and try to force it, right? So here's the thing. Part of transformation is remembering to rest. It's remembering to rest. And I have been doing so much, and I started a collaboration with Faithful Central Bible Church with Tanae Eskridge. Forgive me today. I don't pronounce your last name that often. Sorry about that. But I started this mentorship where I am helping her out with as being a mentor, because some of you guys know that I have Authentically Me, which is a nonprofit organization for young girls. And so, but that's a whole nother thing. But so I started that. This was our third week, so I've been working on that. I have my accountability meeting that I do on Wednesday. So it's just so much stuff that has been going on. And so last Sunday, I just decided to rest. There was no big thing going on or anything like that. And I had a whole different topic that I was going to talk about last week. But I'll talk about that next week, right? So stay tuned for what's your milkshake? Okay, I'm gonna tease you with that. What's your milkshake? So, but this week I wanted to talk about rest, because again, there's so much stuff that has been going on, and I had to take time for self-care. I made a post on my Facebook page, and I may have put it on my Instagram page, but if not, it will be on there as well. And I talk about self-care, and I ask the question, what is self-care to you? And I said, I know people will say, oh, taking a spa day, taking a me day, getting my nails and my hands and my feet done, right? Or getting my hair done, or just sitting around and watching a good movie with a good glass of wine, right? Well, I posted a picture of me and my good girlfriends, my besties, where we went to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. And that day was something that I needed. Now, mind you, I will be 59 years old next month, right? So this is my shout out to those over 50 and fabulous women who are doing it. You're killing it out here in this game, right? So I had never been to Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, and we went for a celebration of another one of my besties. So it was her day, but it felt so good just to be out and about. And then I said to them, I said, you know what? This is self-care for me. Spending time with my besties, with my good girlfriends, talking about everything and talking about nothing, right? We just sat there, and anything that came up, we were able to discuss it, right? And because I don't live that close to them, I decided that I was going to stay with one of my besties, right? So I spent the night at her house, and we were like, okay, so what we're gonna do? So of course that's my day of, every time I stay with her is our time to watch marathon movies on whatever station or channels that she has, because that's just what we do. And we just sit up and we talk. And it was so weird because that night we didn't sit up and talk, and we didn't watch movies. It was like we came home, we relaxed a little bit, we ate a little bit of junk food, and then we went to bed. But the next morning, it's like everything that we should have talked about or would have talked about the night before, we talked about it that morning. And we just sat there and things just were coming up. So last week was my time of rest. And so that's what why I wasn't on here. And so I want to ask you, what do you do for rest? What do you do for self-care? How do you take care of you? And so you have to put that as part of your transformation. That is part of my transformation. I was the person who took care of everybody. And it was just something that was in me. And I took care of my mom. I took care of my dad. I took care of my husband for a period of time. And my son, when he was growing up, my sister, I was just that go-to person, you know, with the questions that needed to be asked. And sometimes I got tired, and there was a time that I went on strike. I know, how do you go on strike from your family, right? I went on strike and I said, not planning any family events. I'm just going to show up. Y'all tell me what I'm supposed to do, right? And it was a shock to them, but they got the picture, right? Because sometimes you have to choose you. Sometimes you have to choose you. And so that's what has been going on with me. So on this journey, there's so many things that, you know, that I'll share. My childhood trauma. I realized with working with mentor with the mentees is that childhood trauma doesn't necessarily always have to be sexual. Although mine was at the age of 8. I had childhood trauma with sexual abuse, and that's something that I will also talk about. Married twice to the same person. Married, we had our son, we remarried again. We were actually in the middle of separation into a divorce when he passed away. So we were still married when he passed away. But the thing is that we never became where we were arguing with each other. We had good moments, you know, during the separation period, because he actually was ill. And so I had the very best mom in the entire world. And so that's how she raised me. And there was no way that if there were things that was needed that I was going to not be able to assist him. But there's still a story for that as well, in part of my transformation and the things that happen with us marrying and divorcing, or marrying, having our child, divorcing and remarrying again, and then after 18 years the second time saying, yeah, that's not working. It's not working. And so again, I had to choose me. There are certain things that I really would like to share, but I still have to realize and be sensitive to the fact that he is my son's, or I don't know how you say it, but when someone passes along, but he is or was or still is my son's dad, right? And so I want to be sensitive to my son, and I don't want to say things that about certain situations or things that happen within our marriage or outside of our marriage that would affect my son. But in the meantime, I also want to be true to myself and my healing process. So with that being said, rest. You need it. You absolutely need the rest. Take that self-care. I am reading so much now. I had stopped reading. Anybody that knows me knows that I love my Hallmark movies and mysteries. I love Hallmark movies and mysteries. I love Hallmark's weddings. I love the Hallmark sappy love stories. And I love me a good book. Give me Catherine Coulter with her FBI thrillers. Give me Sandra Brown with her love, crime, mystery kind of thing going on. And you got me, right? I had stopped reading because I was in this dark place for a very long time. And, you know, I realize with me telling my stories, there's a lot of folks that's not going to like it. But that's okay too, because it's not about them. It's my healing journey. It's definitely my healing journey. So I will say it in a way that is going to be respectful to everyone. And I'm learning that is that I will never, what's the word that I'm looking for? It's not disrespect, but I'll never disrespect anyone. But telling my story, I don't want to, what's that word? What's the word? It's right there. But anyway, I will never put someone down in telling my story. It's my story. For whatever reason, the people did what they did. That's between them and God. Because God has covered me. I did not lose my mind. There are times that I felt like I was broken, and God was right there through it all. And I'm here, you know, and people ask the question, why does God allow things to happen? And I tell people so that I can help somebody else. My story of childhood trauma, sexual abuse, I was able to tell that story to a young girl and in a group. And after the session we had, she said, why don't I look like you? And I said, what do you mean? And she said, you look normal. And I said, what does normal look like? She said, like you. She said, she was sexually abused. And she decided that she no longer liked men. She didn't trust men. She ended up on the streets, you know, being sexually promiscuous. And there are times she actually, you know, sold her body. So she was saying, why didn't you go in that direction? And I said, God, he covered me because of now, because I needed to tell you you're normal. I needed to tell you you're okay. I needed to tell you that it was not your fault. I needed to be here today for you. He covered me. He helped me to get through it all. And I thank God, because if I tell you this, I was 8 years old, didn't know how old I was when it was happening, because I didn't tell anyone until I was 22. I know I'm going all off, but I'm just telling you things that just come through when you're resting. When you're resting, you know, because I wouldn't be able to be here if I didn't take time for me, right? So anywho, I'm gonna tell y'all all about that. I'm leading up to all this good juice and this good nuggets, and I hope you guys stay with me. And again, if you guys have any questions for me, I hope you put things in the comments. Feel free. I'm on Instagram, Tawana L. Craig or Tawana Craig. I am on TikTok, where I have fun representing the over 50 and fabulous ladies under Tawana L. Craig. I am on Facebook under Tawana Russell Craig, and you're right here on YouTube with me. So I'll put all that in the comments. If you ever want to reach out to me, if you ever need someone that you need to talk to, if you're feeling like you're stuck and you don't know what you need to do and what your purpose is, what I tell the girls is that we believe that a young girl's vision becomes a strong woman's passion. And that we also believe that sometimes your passion will lead you to your purpose. What is your passion? What do you like to do? Some of us are at retirement age or want to retire, and so we're just deciding what we are going to do, right? And so just think about it. Think about the things that you love to do. You know, just start. Just start. You may have to start and start again and start over and just, you know, put that one to the side and do something different. You never know. But whatever it is, just know God got you. God got you. So I'm going to end this now. I thank you guys for hanging with me. I am so excited starting this journey. You know, you want things to move. You want things to go fast. people may be, looking at it and say, oh, she only has what? I think I got 33 followers now. But guess what? I didn't have any at first. But I'm going to keep on going because Tawana is not a quitter, and I am not going to give up because I see, oh, you know what makes me so excited? And I know, but hey, dreams, big dreams, right? Because I am big business. When I see the people who they're posting their videos and they've reached 100,000 followers, yeah, that's gonna be me, and I'm excited about that because God said I can be. So I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up because I'm speaking to somebody who needs to hear this. Don't give up. Take your rest, but don't give up. Because you can do it. So, until the next time, have a super terrific, amazing day on purpose, because I will be watching. Because I support those who believe they could, but struggle with if they should. And baby, the transformation will be televised. I'll see you next time. Take care. Enjoy your long weekend.